human rights activist, lawyer, and former Nobel Peace Prize winner. Welcome, Pantea.
Thank you very much for having me.
So how are Iranians connected? What, in your view, is the most used social networking tool inside Iran?
I think that the Iranian youth have been incredibly brave and creative in the past 30 years, finding different channels of communication to connect with the outside world. And as time and technology continues to grow and change, they definitely utilize these different avenues to the best of their abilities, and I am quite impressed by them, I have to say. And I think Twitter, Facebook, many of the other social networking sites have been incredibly powerful in the way that the past 2 months we've seen this movement take place and grow in Iran.
And you just spoke with Dr. Abadi on the phone, which is great to hear. She has been so pivotal in terms of getting human rights on the agenda inside Iran. She's met with the Secretary General of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, and other governments to put pressure on the Iranians in terms of their human rights record. What is the latest from Dr. Abadi? What are you really trying to get accomplished right now inside Iran?
Well, I have to tell you, when I got off the phone with her, there was a long to-do list for me. And it just shows for how resilient this woman is and how she will not stop and give up, and she continues to move forward and just plow through all of these obstacles until she reaches some sort of result that is what the Iranian people are looking for. But I think the top on her list was that she is now actually calling on Secretary General Ban Ki-moon in an open letter for him to personally travel to Iran to investigate the situation. She very much had concerns, saying that he should really do this and make this trip before Iran becomes another Zimbabwe or many of the other awful events that we've seen unfold in history because of the delay in the international attention that is needed quite promptly in situations like this. So she's really working on preventing the escalation of violence and killing and torture, and I think this is really the most active I have seen her, and determined really to meet with Secretary General Ban Ki-moon again, and in an open letter petition, also having people from all around the world sign this and ask Ban Ki-moon to take this trip and really pay attention to what Dr. Abadi is asking for him to look into.
And how about the media coverage of this election, Pantea? Has it differed from previous elections? I mean, we're really seeing a lot of amateur mobile technologies that are documenting the crisis step by step, hour by hour, day by day. How is it different from the previous elections inside Iran?
Well, you have to realize the one thing that is very different about this election is not just the technology, it's the participation. 4 years ago, many people felt the way that I and Dr. Abadi do, which is we do not want to partake and participate in an electoral process that is not democratic, because the nominees for the presidential race in Iran are not chosen by the people but the Guardian Council. So 4 years ago, people, many of them, abandoned the voting polls and did not participate, which resulted in Ahmadinejad's win with only a minority vote. And after the past 4 years of having unprecedented inflation, rationed gasoline, and just a president that continually misrepresented the Iranian people within the international community, I think the Iranians decided that they need to stand up and take action. So this time it was very different because the participation was not even comparable to 4 years ago. And that is why it had such a huge and bigger outcome than 4 years ago. And then in coinciding with that comes the technology part and the social networking part that empowered it even more to become what it has become. And I think it's incredible. It speaks for grassroots movements. It speaks for the power of mobile web technology.
Right.
And
but Pantea, I guess what is leading us to the current day is this 25th of July, this coming Saturday. You were one of the coordinators for the UnitedForIran.org, which we're going to see 2 clips. We want to hear more about what you folks are doing, and so we'll take a look at these 2 clips, and we'll be right back with Pantea to tell us exactly what they're expecting on this day. Pantea, I mean, those were just really wonderful clips. How many countries are involved in these global rallies?
We now have up to 70 confirmed cities, and I really believe that we'll be all the way to 100 by the day of the event. And I think, again, all of the organizing for United for Iran has been done through mobile web technology. So it just speaks for the power of mobile web technology. All of us coordinators, we've never met each other. All of this is really taking place through mobile web technology, and even the Nobel Peace Laureates who are behind this wonderful movement. If you can go on our videos page and see that they've even done their own home videos through Skype and sending in their messages of support for United for Iran. So I think it really speaks for the grassroots movement of uniting with the Iranian people in what they started through their mobile phones, through Twitter, through Facebook, by showing us the struggle they're going through, and for us to use the same methods and show them that we hear them, we're with them, and we're going to continue our efforts in
wonderful.
This day and age of technology.
Really wonderful news. Thank you, Pantea Beigi, so much for joining us. We'll be in touch with you soon.